5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Wait.
OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban.
Ready when you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Time for game number 2 between Alliance and OG in the EAC EU qualifiers. OG, well, they've been looking as strong as they did 2 days ago. They won 2-0 against their opponents there. Alliance, it looked like they had control of the game here for a while, but then one misstep, one lost team fight, and OG back at the lycanthrope and the beastmaster. Obviously, they could take the entire base, or at least half the base in that instance. Not a whole lot the Alliance could have done afterwards. It was turned into a very, very hard game. So, for now, let's see what the drafts give us now. Still a Lycan in the pool, so might see the same thing again from OG. At the same time, we'll also see the Ruik first pick. Alliance really believe in Insania, or at least Insania believes in himself, because of course it's gonna be his hero again.
And I don't think we're gonna see a Lycan now, because OG doesn't have the last pick in this phase. That the hero isn't, and it was against an Ice Arc last time. However, we do see Disruptor and Elder Titan banned out from Alliance, and takes the staple, or Spirit Jerax.
Oh yeah. That's what Witch Doctor, immediate Nyx Assassin pick. Interesting. What is that for? I mean, normally we see it as a counter, and in this case, I guess it can work as like a pre-counter, if you will. Just like you don't want to pick certain heroes into that Nyx.
5 seconds.
I guess Nyx is okay against Earth Spirit. It's not overly good against Witch Doctor because his ward is actually he doesn't get stunned by the Carapace. channeling your ward. But might have something in Planet. I also find the Disruptor ban to be a little bit weird, because they didn't ban it last time. Now this series they come in and they ban it, which tells me that maybe they have some plan and they really don't want to be Disruptor because to execute whatever they have in mind. Or, you know, they're just feeling that, hey, it's a good ban this game. I'm not sure, but it's a little bit interesting.
I mean, it's a super common hero, and it can work as a counter against a lot of heroes. Maybe Alliance want to snag up the Lycan themselves to get away with it. OG, they do have the first pick coming into the second phase, though. So it's something worth keeping in mind. But yeah, with the Disruptor ban and the Nyx Assassin pick, you think about that as a block pick in a sense, then you might see even something like a Tinker coming out.
Yeah, that could have...
Mika is actually running that.
That could be the case. Thinker for what side you said?
OG's turn to ban.
I mean, yeah, it could be the case, but well, yeah, we're gonna have to see. And I do like that OG bans out Puck. It is Mika's probably his best hero, and if they've done their homework, which I'm sure they have, they do know that as well. So definitely a good ban.
10 seconds remaining.
I bans out TV, which is currently very good against their supports. They don't have anything really to TV. And it's a very strong, scary hero in the current meta. Also, yeah, and it also like makes this potential Lycan pick for them more probable, because Terrorblade is a very good counter to Lycan. Like we said, the Disruptor was banned earlier, so potential that they're gonna pick Lycan, but I don't think either side is gonna go for Lycan right now. I do believe OG picked it mainly because they had a nice talk against them, and yeah, right now, like, sure, it is a strong hero, but it's not necessarily so strong that you just pick it.
Yep.
Kind of want an incentive, but I mean, OG does like the hero, and so does Alliance, so
in the pool. Alliance take out the Brewmaster instead. And OG is still looking for an offlane anyway, so certainly not a wasted ban in that sense. But we'll see what OG want to do. They certainly have a bunch of other things in the bag of tricks too.
10 seconds remaining.
I wonder if they want to pick up a flexible core hero here that can go either like, because I know right now OG they tend to pick the no-till hero quite a bit, and they do pick a flexible hero, because I think they usually draft in the sense that they want S4 to have as good of a lane as possible. Like, they kind of prioritize his pick quite a bit, unless if it's like Brewmaster and Pack, which is just so comfortable on. This Gyrocopter, why it's good here is because the hero is a very standard pick nowadays, and it can go both mid and carry. So they don't set anything in stone here. Alliance will still have to guess, okay, what's their plan here? We need to kind of mimic them and not show too much either, because we do have the last pick in this phase, so we want to kind of be able to counter them, whatever they choose to do. That one.
Well, certainly taking some of the reserve time to think about it. And this is where you decide to direction here, where you start ticking down or ticking more boxes.
Imagine they want to do to pick a hero that can go multiple lanes.
Yeah. Dragon Knight would come to mind. It's one of the classic ones in this meta. Or at least it's the flavor of the month.
A lot of magic damage on it though, and that is the weakness of Dragon Knight. But for sure he can go all three lanes. Or they just go something like Lifestealer or Jagger, but like Lifestealer is not great. It's good against Gyro, but it's not that good against Earth Spirit and Wish Doctor, because Earth Spirit has that. They go with the Juggernaut, very standard. Can go both lanes if necessary. Or however, most. I actually know that Boxy played offlane Juggernaut.
Did he?
In a pub, like he tried it out.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's gonna do it now, but you know, it's in there as a possibility.
I can be thinking about it with some dual lanes.
5 seconds remaining.
But yeah, mostly we're gonna see that hero in the safe lane. Like, you can set up for some good kills. depending on the offlane that you're up against. Even good against heroes like Tidehunter, who are normally pretty hard to deal with, but Juggernaut just spins them down. And the early levels with just a little bit of setup from someone like a Rubik.
Go for the S4 pick now that I see a little bit more. And Beastmaster.
Yeah. Sticking with what works, they also didn't quite have that pushing hero just yet, so Beastmaster certainly filling that role.
And Roar great against Juggernaut. You can always cancel his spin TP. That's the perfect Juggernaut game. There's nothing that can cast your spin TP, and you can split push as much as you want. When there are these heroes like Clockwork or Bane or Beastmaster that has this lockdown through spin, you always have to keep that in mind whenever you're on a lane. So always a very nice tool against Juggernaut.
Yep. Alright.
Alliance.
What do you want to do next? Still looking for a safe laner for sure. Oh no, no safe laner, mid laner, one would think.
I think they're gonna go with their... I mean, to be honest, they can pick their mid laner here too, because they don't have last pick anyways, and they go with Juggernaut.
Yeah, it's a combo as old as they come. Juggernaut, even if he doesn't go Battle Fury, he still has a cleave available. So depending on what you want, if you want to go super greedy, you still go Battle Fury and you have double cleave. Just farm extremely quickly and also do good damage in these team fights. Would be useful against the Beastmaster summons as well, I guess.
Pretty hard game for Mag though. Against Earthspit with the silence and stuff, and Beastmaster will always be able to kind of scout out with the bird if controlled correctly. That is something to point out, that it's not like he's gonna get crazy good RPs easily in this game.
Yep. Until he builds maybe a Shadow Blade.
Yeah.
I catch OG off guard at some time, at some point.
That has been the go-to strategy. Whenever you meet these like Clockwork or Beast or whatever, these initiation heroes, they usually screw you up really hard. You just go Shadow Blade, and then it gets a lot easier for you.
Downside is you already have the Nyx Assassin on your team, so OG will want to buy detection, and including maybe an early gem too already, just against the Nyx gang. So Magnus might not get as much mileage out of that as you would in some other games.
Here, 10 seconds remaining. Gonna be the Mag mid or Mag offlane. I actually know that Taiga, back when he kind of exploded in his MMR, he spammed Mag only. But he's their position 4, so I wouldn't imagine he plays it, although it is possible with the Rubik Mag combination. But I'm throwing a lot of stuff out here right now. Should maybe not do that.
I just expect an Nyx Assassin 4 position, Magnus offlane. And with the Storm Spirit, it's going back to that Disruptor ban makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but this is a scary Stormy. It's against Earthspit and Beastmaster and now Death Prophet Silence. And OG's lineup looks really scary. Alliance, they do though, however, have this trump card in Magnus, which can always get really big RPs and kind of win you a fight. Doesn't matter how far or behind you are.
It's certainly not the easiest Storm game, but it will probably be that you need maybe even 2 defensive items, like Ewells and Lincolns perhaps, just against the Silence and the Roar. Or just Lincoln's BKB, something along those lines. So Mika might not be able to just go straight full greed, full Iron Cannon essentially. Just with like Orchids and Bloodstones and whatnot.
10 seconds remaining.
But you also have, again, the Juggernaut Magnus combo is not to be underestimated, and you also have the Nyx Assassin just to scout out at the parts of the game and make sure that, hey, alright, this is where they are, this is where the heroes are, where they need to be, that need to either kill very quickly if you're Mika, or just try and play away from them.
Yeah, and OG, they don't have a save for this DP, which is always, you know, with DP, having a save is very welcoming, but recently we haven't seen too much of that, so there's always this opportunity for Alliance to start off the fight with blowing up the DP.
Well, we'll see whether Alliance can execute their ideas here, or whether OG can make it a clean 2-0, as this is game 2 of a best-of-3 series. Even if Alliance lose, though, they're not completely out of it. In fact, we'll see them again later today, up against the winner of Penta vs Final Tribe. That game is going on simultaneously. over on the second screen. That would then be the lower bracket finals. A lot of interesting Dota left to be played either way for now. Derek smoked up here with
Alliance is mode is fine.
Yeah, those very interesting movements here, and Insania just gonna run straight into the Beastmaster. I feel like we've seen this before.
His boost though, he's super fast.
Right clicks, Boxy isn't skilled anything yet. Oh yeah, he's actually surviving this time, alright. Never mind then.
That's the mastermind as for it play. He knew they were gonna smoke, he knew he was gonna live. Just doing calculations in his head and easy.
30 seconds to battle.
Well, last time he gave up the first blood, this time he didn't, so all you have to go start, and this was early enough that he can just walk back home and recharge without having to expend any sort of regen.
And I wonder if Insania, or they realize that, hey, why was Beastmaster there? Maybe he warded, but it's a kind of hard call to do because Beastmaster could also be there because he wanted to pull the creep wave. He just wanted to hide in the jungle there, so not necessarily.
You had to like cut a tree to get that ward down. I didn't do that though. I didn't have anything to do it.
You have to. I'm not sure actually now.
I mean he didn't because he still has 5 tangos.
Oh.
So.
The ward doesn't give that much vision, so.
No.
Is it actually blocking the ancient camp? I can't see because there's in the way. But if it blocks the ancient camp, it makes sense because obviously they're meeting Mag Juggernaut, so Alliance is gonna want to stack those.
Huh, that is interesting. Mika is actually just safe lane Storm Spirit. Boxy is running the mid Magnus, so this is a throwback and a half if I've seen it.
I think they're just like, okay, Storm is really rough against DP because it is kind of rough, and yeah, they just want him to be able to get as much of a farm as possible. But OG is kind of running a dual aggro here, so not necessarily gonna be easy farm for Mickey here.
Tiger and Jerks just gonna hit each other, but Nick's Assassin with 5 base regen is just gonna probably laugh at this Earth Spirit, even though he does have that Orb of Venom to help out. But Jax realizes that he can probably do more up here.
Jerks TP top, you wanna go
there? But maybe against Insania, yeah. He lived now into the spin, but now this is what Jerks reveals himself fly. Still taking a lot of damage here, and he will be the first blood. The cast bouncing back even to Insania. Would have got the kill anyway, so it's a 1-for-1 with Loda. Gonna take a lot of damage as well. They don't have any more control left, so he'll be able to salve himself up. Same for S4. And Insania tipping right back, so status quo continues. Meanwhile, down bottom. Okay, they're just running at each other.
That is, of course, very worth it for Alliance because Jerax, he did TP up there. He wanted to have this 3 versus 2 and therefore get the first blood, but they trade 1-for-1 and even Alliance gets the first blood, so a win for Alliance there. Quite significant here in the early stages because now they know that Jerax, hey, he invested in this TP top and now the other lanes don't have to worry about him.
Yep. Boxy's also doing quite well against No-Tail here at this point, and he's actually running into Tiger. He's down in the River of Death, the Skewer. Not quite up to the other high ground, so No-Tail is in like trouble here. Body block does have stick charges, and plus the 1 point Spirit Siphon Jerax coming in, so he bought enough time for that, but a couple right clicks, Boxy does not have enough mana for another Shockwave, so he barely survives this one. Whew, that was scary for a second. I was just gonna ask, like, is the Magnus supposed to win the lane like this?
Yeah, Magnus is doing like extremely well actually. But Deep
11 and 4, almost get a kill.
DP isn't the best hero to like harass out heroes at these early levels. She gets good.
Down bottom. Also a bit of trouble. Cascade bouncing back. Of course it does.
It does not prioritize heroes, by the way.
Yeah,
Kappa.
it doesn't. Really doesn't. God damn it. Pretty sure Osrock has a switch that can just switch on and off, so we don't suspect.
Pretty much.
Oh god, top lane. Senya's still pretty low, but Jerax cannot really risk continuing. He made that rotation here.
They get the kill as well?
Figured that we're a little bit safer, and well, this is the best kind of lane rotation. You die, it kind of sucks. Then you rotate to a different lane, you get a couple of kills in return.
Yeah,
so
we saw this from Alliance last game as well, that when like they do lane switch a lot, but every time they do it, they seem to be getting kills for it every time, and that's so good for them. And S4 now.
Try and go again. Slow down here with the overload, but he's tanky enough. Maybe not though. Daniel looking for it, eating his way through trees, but can't quite find the vision. Spore still hanging around. Well, he sees that Mika has completely out of mana. What a game. But now, maybe a bait. Jorax wrapping around. He's level 2. Mika doesn't stick to just to work with though, with Sania at least looking scary.
And Boxy's TP is up here.
Yes, a haste drone. Yeah, he's... Oh, S4's actually dead. Just gonna right click it down, doesn't even waste mana. No, at least not for now. There it is. Make sure that you can actually properly line it up and don't miss it somehow. Alright, so yeah, Alliance, they make these rotations again, just like last game.
Yeah, and
it's not like it didn't work. And in this game, it feels like OG don't quite have as powerful as a lineup to severely punish, even if they lose a team fight later down the line.
No, they don't have this crazy... they don't have Lycan, that's basically what it is. I mean, they have DP, they have this push power, but DP usually, every time if they would take this team fight, DP is gonna use the ultimate and it's gonna be off cooldown, so they can't take objectives as easily. Although they do have Beastmaster, so not terribly awful at it, but definitely not the same power as a Lycan Beastmaster lineup.
Roll in, they're gonna make it under the tower, already low, doesn't stick charges to this run. A lot of damage done to Jerax as the creeps are also starting to hit.
Tiger's
they
here.
Still get the kill, but Senia with rotation in. Tiger finds the stun. S4, a little bit more tanky, but they have more control. Offset that, and Verify Gaming. Is it gonna be enough here? Looks like it.
Tiger
doesn't have pretty damn fast, just super normal boots. And, well, boy who lived, once again.
Oh, this
Still chasing him.
never-ending chase.
They forced the shrine, so that's what they wanted. Now, maybe we can drop around mid though. No-Tail does have a couple of charges, but only 1 point. Yeah, enough mana for 1 Spirit Siphon until it picks up Region Runes. So.
Focus minus upon him.
Yeah, that makes that attempt at mid, if they would have thought about it, null and void. So, who do you think is getting the better end out of this early game? His Alliance, they keep switching lanes.
It's like
they're kind of farming alright.
It's very even so far. I wouldn't say anyone gets a clear advantage out of this, and not does any lineup really have this crazy early game advantage, or like they don't necessarily need to win the lane so hard. So for now, the game is very even, very quiet. It's not very quiet. It's a bunch of kills, but yeah, it's just gonna progress, and we're gonna have to see what team can start making the first maybe smoke ganks and getting the first tier 1 towers.
Fights looking for it, flies there very far forward. Sania with the lift and a couple of right clicks should secure the kill, the spin, just to make sure it doesn't get cast up. Boxing and Sania, they were smoked up for that.
Okay.
Might find another. Meanwhile, raw down bottom, rolling from Jerax. Tiger's there with the instant stun, and they're doing a lot of damage in return once again, but that's for continue to live on very few health points. Tiger will fall to the no-tail rotation, so they tried to at least get a trade here, but that was not to be. Boxy a little bit too late to join the party himself. And now all of a sudden 4 heroes in his bottom lane. No-tail does have his ultimate and there's enough mana to pop it.
Boxy
that's
has
exactly what he does
here,
to just get the tower.
They want to defend it, but he is in deep.
Yeah, flies there with a cast, secures the creep wave. Oh yeah, they should be able to run him down.
One more access.
Maybe not. RP actually. Okay. Bit of a waste perhaps. I was hoping that S4 was gonna fall. Maybe there was a rotation from somebody to finish the job, but
yeah, if he would have had mana for Shockwave there, he would have actually gotten a kill with the... I do believe it would have been enough, but he does not, and pays with his life. But they defend the tower because of that, so...
Zane is actually still sticking around. He lifts fly into the spin from Loda. At the very least, they get something out of this whole exchange in the bottom lane.
The important part is they did keep the tower at actually 350 health, because No-Tail spent so much time chasing after that Magnus, so he wasted a lot of a long duration of his ulti. So in the end, I mean, that might have actually been space created for Boxy.
Yeah. All of that, Mika is still finding last. It's 44 and 10 actually on top of the board right now. In terms of net worth, not quite here, because Resolution on the Star Cop is also running about and farming quite efficiently himself.
Tiger being a good support, standing up for Storm.
Oh yeah. One thing that you can do as a Storm Spirit to just kind of propel yourself forward. These stacks rather quickly here, especially with the Arcane Rune.
He's going for the Kaya first, which is pretty standard nowadays. Kaya into either Orchid or Bloodthorn. I've seen a lot of personal preference on that one. Some people always go Bloodthorn, some people actually always go Orchid, so we'll have to see what kind of player Mickey is. He does like to be aggressive, so perhaps the Orchid.
Can you get away with that kind of item before the defensive one though?
I don't think you want a defensive item here. That's like, sure, it's a very scary Storm game, but if you go something, yeah, maybe if you go a Yules, that could be the item I see, but because it still provides you a lot of mana regen and you can still farm efficiently with it. But I do believe, okay, he's actually queuing up Yules right now, so seems like he's gonna take that route.
Yeah. For the Kaya though, I mean, Kaya is so value. So cheap too for farm that can definitely see him pick that up at first, but I don't know. He knows better than we do, I guess.
It's just about how safe do I want to be, like.
Yeah.
And this Yules, like, it's gonna be hard to kill him for sure, because they basically have a lot of silence, or they don't have a lot of stun. They have roar only, and Earth Spirit stun of course, but these Yules, they will counteract all the silences, so.
Going in this 4 here, one of those flashes actually doing something else. The roar. Keeping Loda away from killing him with the spin. Huh.
They are losing the mid tower.
Yeah. Get the kills there, not quite in a position to trade either, and yeah, no tail with that. Also gets the sounds off in Storm Spirit Resolution. Also there with the rocket prepped. You don't want to get this kill. Nicely done there from Mika though. Taking it up. Still plenty of mana left perhaps to make this to high ground. Yeah. So OG. They get the tower, but they don't get Storm Spirit kill on top of that.
Here they'll pay what it did. That if you actually ball lightnings like into the rocket, it will always miss because it will like hit you when you're invulnerable.
Alright. Again, we have a game that's extremely even in the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes even.
Yeah, laning wise, these teams are really on par with each other.
Overall, OG is eking out a slight advantage here, just because his tower's already going down. Being a little bit more spread out with the farm too.
Yeah, No-Till is moving bottom. Looks like they wanna secure this bottom tier 1 now. It is slow since his last DP ulti, so don't think that Alliance is gonna mount a defense here.
Gonna farm at this point. I mean, Storm Spirit always wants to farm until you have a few of these items to play with, but you also have Magnus with the level 3 Empower, so you already see them work together to clear a few ancient stacks and more of these jungle stacks indeed. So they make the choice, alright, we will give away these early towers, but we're gonna get something out of that, we're gonna get to our core items, that's when we start fighting. Okay. Tiger was in this, gets the Reckless off, but no way to block that.
Yeah, so that is one thing with this the lineup differs, because Alliance, they have the Storm Spirit, which will require a lot of farm, and the Magnus, and Magnus isn't really useful at all until Blink Tag, like it's very hard to find any RPs. So of course OG will have this window where they can get these towers, and they're actually getting this tier 2 for free as well, so they're getting a lot done right now. Might even defend this tier 1 top if they feel like they should. It's half HP still.
Jarek just keeps scouting them out and rolling away. They can't even punish that, even though he's so far away from the rest of his team. So yeah. They have another exorcism. They have the entire team. Excuse me. They have the entire team here. Yeah, they're certainly gonna look for this tower and their alliance to come fight them.
They're gonna try to defend top as well.
Rocket flying towards Mickey has plenty of mana left, so should be absolutely fine. Especially if he makes the play again. There we go. It's quite a bit of damage from the rocket barrage. Ryan was actually TPing this also roll. Oh, the stun is too late. Meanwhile, in front though, oh, they stick around. And Insane, he was not ready for this one. Flying no, they're just standing on the high ground and bursting him down. Tiger starts to scout out everyone else with that Vendetta. I don't think they can stop this tier 1 tower push up either.
And right now, this Mag and Stormpick, once again, they're getting really punished for it. They're just not
silence, double stun there with the cast bouncing, the roar, everything being dropped onto Box the end loader. Get the RP off. Tiger with a follow-up. Mika, not sure if he has the power just yet. Fly stays alive with the stick charges. Now Mika's starting to run low on mana. He's to zip out. They get the 1 kill in the end, but at what cost? This is proving to be a very dangerous area for Alliance.
Yeah, and Mag still 700 gold away from the Blink Dagger, so it's still a fairly big gap where OG can just basically do whatever they want.
Yep.
I mean, this Storm, he needs to be super careful about engaging in any of these fights. And right now, it looks like he's dead.
Does have to zip, but a little bit of extra from Tiger. Going to continue to be slowed down by Resolution. The Rocket's flying, doesn't have a lot of mana, and as a result, he will drop. The Rocket will transfer over to the next Assassin, and both of them die. Oh, gee. 15 minutes in, but they're playing like they already own the raided side of the map as well. Another roll onto Insane. Gets a lift off and also Sherrick's right back into the river. But he's still in the danger zone.
Looks like he's maybe gonna be fine. But just...
That's fine. Does have another roll if he wants to use it. Yeah, there it is. Vision from the Axis. Another roll.
Just look at the warding from OG. They're so aggressive because they know that, hey, yeah, they have this a little bit passive heroes or greedy heroes. So let's just punish them through. Let's not even give this Juggernaut any ancient stacks, any camps at all. Let's not give him any like ability to use his power at all. Let's just close the map down, and they're doing it beautifully right now.
Yep.
All of a sudden, they're 6k ahead. There was even a couple of minutes ago.
They're gonna go on Alliance. Silence instantly. Jarek just so fast with that.
Yeah, that's next silence.
Ugh. Yeah, it feels like it's... These are the kind of plays that would expect out of a normal team at like the 25-minute mark, even if they were ahead. But OG just say, yeah, no, we can do that right now with everything we need. And we're not gonna let you farm, as you said. The Alliance is just not ready yet.
The strength of OG as a team is that they're really good at playing like by the book, what they should do in certain situations. And they're really good at like reading, okay, our lineup against theirs, what's our strengths, what's our weaknesses. And then they're so good at abusing those facts. And right now, yeah, this slow lineup from Alliance, they're punishing it so hard.
Yeah. Well, good play from Tiger there, at least. Making him smoke immediately. Oh, Mika, no! That was a mistake!
Yes, Yules.
Well,
Garrick says it's about.
Yeah, he's tuned, but yeah, there it is. Yeah, P coming through. Mika's already dead, and there's no further follow-up. It's another wasted open from Boxy. Now the caller coming through, slowing them down. The flat cannon shots. There's so much work. Double kill for Resolution, and it's gonna be a triple for him. 4 heroes down in total.
Okay.
Oh, gee, just... Yeah. Maybe they can't believe what's happening now either.
I mean,
8 to 18, not even 18 minutes into the game, 10k advantage. Can claim more objectives, because why the hell not? They haven't had to use that exorcism for that fight. They have the full duration left for the high ground push.
They're running crazy with this game, and now they know, hey, he used RP, so we don't have to be afraid of going high ground, because they don't really have anything to stop us. Let's go.
Yeah. Power falls so fast, Loda's starting to spin in, doesn't the only stuff that's only level 1, so it's extremely underwhelming. Bit of interruption out of the spike characters. Tiger's there with a stun, but oh, there it is. Nice to skewer back. Can actually get these kills though on this line. Onto Resolution, bringing down half health. Already no tail though. He's going so ham with the death drop from the low ground.
Oh,
he doesn't even drop. He is still alive. GG, well played his call. That was... I mean, what do you say to that one? It was brutal, it was savage, and he just got wrecked.
Yeah, I mean, this time, Alliance showed good footing in the game, and this second one, I mean, OG